Hello guys and gals, this Willow Plays What Ifs here, or you can call me Willow for short, and yeah, this is going to be part 1 to What If Deku was Killer Frost's daughter. And yeah, this is going to be fun. I am not going to continue on with the path of the you know show from here on forth. This is all just me right now. I'm going to do some of the show here and there, or comics and different characters pretty much. I'm not going to follow any certain path anymore. So yeah, I hope you like what I'm going to do, and yeah, and thank y'all for sticking by me through this time with my channel. I know I haven't been posting any of my what ifs. I have only been posting you know my trailers, and it's pretty much a tough time. And what makes it worse is my job. So yeah. So I'm doing this on my day off right now. I am making this and what if Deku was Bonnie. I'm making this after what if Deku was Bonnie right now. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this what if, and let me roll that fucking intro, motherfuckers. I'll see y'all on the I'll see y'all on the flip side. Tongue twister.
I was an infant, kids a fucking monster, I feel like I'm Ben 10. Niggas bugging me, I don't fuck with your insects. Heard you don't smoke it, scared of that incense. Feeling like I'm taking, I turn you to past tense. All you pussy niggas, I swear that's your last chance. I'm about my dollars, my niggas don't make sense. Been a fucking sucker since I was an infant. Okay, like Gucci on me, serve it on my palate. I don't fool with snakes, stick on me, stick on me. Yeah, so fucking take favorite hoodie, 444 and camo. She thought it was okay, her favorite king. Y'all her favorite king. She said it was rap. Yeah, you niggas is trash, reminding me of 6ix9ine. Water my neck, remind me of a riptide. I tie her up, she looking cute and yeah. Dick die, she gon' run my dick.
Let's start where we left off at part 0. Caitlin and Kate have both merged with their evil selves, as they are now just moving around their bodies right now, pretty much testing their bodies, as not much has changed about them. The only difference with Kate per se is that her eyes will continuously glow, and she will always be pure white hair and pure white skin, whiter than it was before. So it will continuously be that way. She can't change back, and her eyes will always be glowing a little bit. It just depends if she's using her quirk at that moment, but it would always be lighted up a little bit. Whenever she's using it, it'll be gonna be light, more glowing than it usually is, let's just say. Well, Caitlin, on the other hand, she can transform back into her original self, but it takes more energy out of her if she does that. She prefers to be in her Killer Frost form. She will only transform into her old self in reconnaissance missions. Yeah. So yeah. So let's go into the story, as both of them are moving their bodies around, and Kate says, "Mama, we can't go back anymore. I can't go back into my original form. I can't. How are we going to hide the fact that we are metas, Mama? as we see Kaylin as she transforms back into her original self, but it's taking a lot out of her as she's kind of sweating right now as she transforms right back into her now real form, her Killer Frost form, as she is panting a little bit as she says, "Daughter, I cannot go back into my original form. I'll have to train in order to do that. We can't hide this. Kate, my dear daughter. There's no turning back from this. We are metas now. We've been metas, but it's different now, daughter." As Kate nodded as she and suddenly, whenever she was nodding at her mother, she got a pain in her head. As she started to hold her head, as she's getting all the memories of her life and her Flashpoint life at the same time. As she's getting everything all at once. As Caitlin is worried as she says, "Are you okay, my little Jack Frost, little Jack?" As that's what she's gonna call her now, little Jack, because of the villain name. As you hear Kate groan a little bit as you see Killer Frost or Caitlin, the exact same thing happened to her as she's getting all the flood of information at once. Her whole life, or both of her lives, are flooding in at once as it stops now as they're both panting as they look at each other right now as they both smirk evilly, and they have more hatred for the Flash or Barry right now, as they were already really mad at Barry because of what he did in Flashpoint. And they are mad here because Barry made Flashpoint. Now, that build-up hatred has burst, as you can see the hatred and the frost coming out of both of their bodies, as the area is getting layered, and not just one layer or two. I'm talking about this whole apartment is getting layers and layers of ice. This very soon, their apartment is gonna look like a refrigerator, and a freezer. Yeah. Soon it's gonna look like a freezer. So they calm down or at least Kaylin calms down as she says, "Calm down, Kate. We need to think this rationally. Barry screwed up everyone's lives, one way or another. And Barry is just too powerful. We cannot let him get even more powerful. If he made Flashpoint, imagine what he can do in the future." Imagine Barry doing what he does and turning into a villain. Imagine that, Kate. That would be catastrophic if that ever happened. He could do anything he wanted. He could even play God, because no one could stop him. Except, as she got an idea, Eobard, even though I hate that bastard. Right now, it would be great that he was still alive, but he's dead. As she thinks, damn it, Eobard just had to die. He would be the only person that could manage to defeat Barry. That's disappointing, isn't it? Kate nodded as she says, yeah, I heard the story of Eobard, or the reverse flash that you told me as I was being raised. You told me a couple times about him. He does seem like an interesting person. Really hated Barry, but a real psychopath. As Kaylin says, it takes a devil in order to kill a devil. As Kate nodded as she says, I agree with you. But we need to go, Mama. We won't be able to hide our powers at all. We can barely control them. We need to leave, Mama. And we need to get some money. We need to get people to come on our side. And I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do, Mama. What do we do? I know we need to defeat the Flash, but we need people in order to do that. And we need a lot, and I mean a lot of training. We can already somewhat control our powers, but we need to learn the full limit of our powers, Mom. As Claire Frost says, I know, daughter, I know. Little Snowflake, I know. As that's what she's going to call her for now on, Little Snowflake. As she is thinking, as baby girl, my little snowflake, we need to leave a message. We're going to leave a message to the Flash. As she opens the palm of her hand, as you see a ice dagger appear in her hand, as you see her start carving the wall in letters with words, as it says, you did this to us, Flash, and you're going to pay for making Flashpoint. As she carved that into the wall, and it's very big. It was in very broad letters, so you can easily see it in that wall. It's not hard to see the carving. As she makes the ice tiger disappear, as she says, let's go, daughter. As they leave, and I'm going to do a time skip of 1 to 2 months as I'm going to say 2 months actually has passed since the disappearance of Caitlin and Kate. And after Kate and Caitlin being total AWOL, not being able to be contacted or anything, Barry and Team Flash went to their apartment to check and see what happened. And once Barry opened the door and he saw the eyes in the apartment practically being covered in ice and shards all over. As his heart sank immediately as he thinks, no, as he immediately ran into the apartment looking for anything, as he saw what is written on the wall. As he reads it and he thinks, Caitlin, Kate, I'm so sorry. As we go back to current times at the time skip, as we see Kate walking in a business outfit, in a business-like outfit with her glowing eyes and mist. No, I forget what I just said about anything about mist. No, as you see her with her glowing blue eyes, bluish silver eyes, as you see her walk into a room, as there is a long table in this room with different people with business suits and battle armors on, as she smiles as she walks to one of the other side of the table, as she sits down, as she says, hello, ladies and gentlemen, how has your days been? As they all say it was good and yada yada. As she says, let's get down with the pleasantries. Let's get down to business. How has all of your sides of the black market been going on? As every person on that table has a certain area in the black market where they control, and they all how should I say? They all work for Jack Frost. That's what she's starting to be known as in the Underworld, as she has really made a name for herself pretty quickly in the Underworld, as she quickly got in control over the black market and became to be the boss and controller of the black market. She has all control over the black market. She knows every little thing that goes on there. As some of the bosses say, in this, or their side of the black market is doing very good. It's doing very profitable for them. As she nods, as she says, has there any body been getting, how should I say, has any of y'all been getting bothered by any heroes? As there was one that says there has been some heroes sniffing around my business, Miss Jack Frost, or he would call her Miss Frost. As she nodded as she says, okay. So, which heroes are getting into your business? As he says, there's this hero from Japan that came in America not long ago, as he calls himself he calls himself All Might. As he says, a hero from Japan. Those heroes from Japan are always pesky, always going around everyone's business where they don't need to be. But good thing I got some contacts in Japan that would really like a piece of All Might. I've heard a few rumors of a man that has lived quite a long time. He would be very helpful to, how should I say, get All Might away from our business. As I heard, they are arch enemies. So that would be very helpful. As she looks at one of the men in the table, as she says, gather any information of what you can on the man with multiple quirks, or what the press called him in the old days, All for One. Get any type of contact that you can with him. I need All Might off of our back quickly before that escalates in any other problems. As you see her pick up a cup and she starts drinking. As they say, Superman has been getting into the business as well, as their main the main area where they do business at in their main base is at Metropolis, as they're doing business in Metropolis right now. As you see, Jack Frost get angry, an angry look on her eyes as she says, "Superman, really? We've already had one powerful hero that's butting in our business, but now we have fucking Superman. Superman, we're not ready to take that fucking that man with tights yet. God damn. We already have one hero with tights. We don't need another one with tights. God damn." Okay, now that we have Superman on our backs, we need to lie low. Just try to make our business more discreet than we usually do. Just go underground. Go code blackout. As they all nod. As they say, "Yes, Miss Frost." As she says, "If that is all, any other problems, any other matters that we need to tend to?" As they all shake their heads, as they say, "No, ma'am." As she says, "Great. Don't need another fucking damn hero on our back." I understand if it was a no-name hero, someone that people don't really recognize, that's low on the ranks of heroes. But heroes like All Might and Superman, we need them off our tails quickly. Okay, y'all can go, as this meeting has been dismissed, as she says in an icy tone, as you can see mist come out of her breath, as she has mist coming out of her hands, as she is kind of angry right now, as the table is starting to freeze over on her side, as everyone is trying to get away quickly. They don't want to make the boss even more angry than she should be. As they walk away, as she looks at the time, as she says, "Good. A new business partner is about to unfold. But this should be very lucrative if he makes the deal. It should be very lucrative for both parties. This makes it even more better. Quite the, how should I say, turn of events. I have a problem with Superman, and I'm having to deal with him today. That's quite convenient." As she chuckles a little bit, as you see her put her legs on the table as she crosses them, as she's laying in her chair waiting for time to pass for her next meeting to take place. As she's going over stocks in her business, pretty much, as everything is going very swell in the underground business. As she texts her mom, as she says, "Mom, everything in the black market's doing great. How is things going on your end of the deal?" As well, Jack Frost has been keeping her name hidden from the public. She has been doing things underground, very secretive. Well, Killer Frost has been making money and doing all sorts of crimes, making her name in the public known. As right now, both of them have killed many people. As they love their life right now, living their life on the edge and all that. As you see the screen from Kate texting her mom to Killer Frost out in the day, fighting some pro heroes. As I'm gonna say, these are extra heroes, like what Buckle would say. These heroes were extras, as they don't matter. As you see Killer Frost making some damage to the city, as she's laughing, as she's pretty much making a ice, how should I say, slide and shit. Imagine what she does in the show, as she makes her hover. She's pretty much ice skating on ice as she's creating that yeah, that's pretty much what she's doing, pretty much. Just imagine that. As she is I don't know how to describe what she does in the show, cause yeah. As you see her fighting two heroes, maneuvering and jumping up and blasting them with ice. As she killed one of the heroes. As she literally blasted him point blank in the chest with her eyes, as he died within seconds. As the other hero, it's in anger, as he says, "You bastard," as you see Claire Frost chuckle a little bit as she says, "What are you gonna do, you fool?" As he runs up to her, as you see sound waves appear out of his hands, as he is you know, trying to fight her, but she's too fast, as she can maneuver really fast around him. As she says, "This is boring." As she creates an ice pick, as she stabs the pick at the side of the man's throat, as she lets go of the ice pick, as you see him holding his neck, as he's gargling right now, as he falls to his knees and dies after a few minutes of losing blood, as that was a very painful death. As she didn't outright slit his throat. She stabbed him and left the the ice pick in his neck to let him suffer. As after she killed him, she disappeared, because they were the only two heroes that was giving her trouble. The reason why they were giving her trouble was because she robbed a small store. You could say she was robbing just a store, yeah, just a regular store. As you see her running off with a bag of money. As this wasn't big at all, it wasn't much money. But she just did this for fun. She honestly didn't care about the money, just the thrill of it she loved. As she disappeared and she took off her villain outfit in a alleyway, and she put on normal civilian clothing. As you see her have a hood on, and she's just walking to her hideout. As she finally gets there, and once she gets there, she gets a text from her daughter. As she sees a notification saying, "My little snowflake," or Little Snowflake, as that's the name that she put for her daughter on her phone. As she smiled as she sees the text, as it says, "The black market is doing good, Mom. How is things going on your end?" As Killer Frost just smiled as she texts saying, "Today wasn't very much. I just robbed a small store today. Killed 2 heroes. There was no big thing really. The area that I was in didn't have much police officers or anything like that. So their response time wasn't fast. I think I'm going to rob a bigger thing tomorrow. Probably a bank. Then I'll get coverage on me. Probably some helicopters, some news people, reporters trying to daughter, as you see Jack Frost or Kate just looking at the phone as she smelled it. She says, "Yes, I know that if you get news reporters and stuff like that, then it means that you get your name out there in the news, and more heroes and villains and different types of people will see your name and find interest in you. That means more jobs for you, Mom. That's good." As Killer Frost nods as she says, "I think I have a good idea. On the streets, I heard some few rumors that a casino nearby had a big vault, and this vault has never been hit once because of the security." As you see, Jack Frost just hum a few hums as she's humming a tune, as she's thinking, that would be pretty interesting. Robbing a casino that's never been hit even once. Now that's going to be fun. As she smells very widely. As you see a text message going to Killer Frost as he says, "Yes, we'll do it. Find all the information that you can, and I'll find any information on my end as well on what the security, what guards are there, and different things, and the security passes, and I'll have to find what vehicles we'll use, and how we're gonna escape. We don't need guns or weapons, because we are the weapons, Mom." Good thing that we're metas. We don't have to pay for weapons. As she smiled, as Killer Frost nods as she smiles as well, as she says, "We might not even need the security passes and fingerprint scanner things. We can probably just freeze it and it will break it and it will let us in." As Kate says, "Mom, don't you ever think there might be an alarm if that happens?" As Killer Frost kind of mumbles, saying, "My little baby thinks she's so clever. She's smarter than me." As she smiles, as Killer Frost says, "My little snowflake, I'm sorry. I know you're a prodigy, but don't call me stupid. Or don't say that I don't think." As you see Jack Frost just chuckle a little bit as she says, "I can't help it. I can't help if I'm smart and hot. I was born this way." As she chuckles as she turns her phone off as it is the time for her meeting. As you get that last Killer Frost gets the last text as she sees that her daughter is offline, as she thinks she's probably getting the meeting. Okay. As she walks fully into the hideout. As you see the camera pan back to Jack Frost or Kate. as you see a knock on the door, as Kate says, "Come in. You may come in now." As you see a man walking in, as you see a man that is bald, that is in his middle age, with a nice looking suit on, with a woman by his side. As from what Kate can tell, it is the famous secretary that is always by Lex Luthor's side. As she says, "Lex, sit down. Let's have a chat." As Lex smiles and says, "Yep." "So, Miss Frost," as he says that while sitting down, "let's talk business, shall we?" As he smiles. As we're going to skip the meeting. And let's just say the meeting went very, very well. And I'm going to keep the meeting that they had a secret for now. As we skip to the ending, as you see both Lex and Jack Frost walk in the middle of the side of the table as they shake hands. As she says, "It was very nice doing business with you, Lex Luthor. I hope we can continue this business. It will be very lucrative for us in the future." Oh, my bad. As he says, "Yes, it will. Let's continue this. We're business partners from now on." As she smiles, as she says, "Yes, we are, Luthor." As you see him walk off with his secretary. As you see a very wide smile on Kate's face as she chuckles, as she thinks one step closer to ending. As we see her just smiling continuously as he says, "I can't wait to kill the Flash." As he says, "There's gonna be revenge for my mom and me." As she giggles a little bit, as she thinks, but it wouldn't be too bad to destroy the whole hero society. I really wouldn't mind killing any hero that comes my way. I don't just have a vendetta against, you know, the Flash. I have a vendetta against this world. This world is full of discrimination. It's full of terrible people. But I honestly don't really care. I just want to have fun with this world. I hate this world, but at the same time I love it. So I don't care. I'll kill any fucking person I want. Don't care if I kill civilians, kids, adults. I don't give a shit. Whoever gets in my way, I'll kill them. And that's a promise. As you see the determination in her eyes, as she says, "I don't want to destroy this world. I don't want this world to be left in total and utter chaos." As she giggles a little bit. But she composes herself as she says, I need to keep a straight face. I need to keep a straight face. I can't, I need to act like I am, somewhat sane. I cannot act like this. That's kind of sad though, but I need to do what I need to do. As she walks out of the room. And that is going to be the ending of part 1 to What If Deku was Killer Frost's daughter. So yeah, I hope you liked this episode. I enjoyed making it, and I hope you all have a good day or night, whatever your time zone is in the world, my monster family, and peace out.